Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the Just Facts News. This is episode 7 of the Just Facts News. If this is your first time in here, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the comments. All of my information is in the description if you are looking for anything about this channel. Um, um, this is gonna be episode number 7, as I said, of the Just Facts News. This is where I just try to focus solely on trending news topics as much as possible. It's not really like a stream or anything like that. This is just a regular video that I'm putting up on my YouTube page. So, like I said, if this is your first time, go ahead and subscribe. Please please drop a comment. Please tell me what you want to see. Whatever you want me to talk about, please drop it down in the comments for me. But without further ado, let's get into the show, man. We in here. So first of all, going to be looking at this says Colorado pastor accused of pocketing 1.3 million in crypto scheme says the Lord told me to spend to remodel my home. First, before I get into this is the exact reason why people don't believe in the church right now, because of stories where pastors are taking advantage of their congregation and doing just nonsense. But let's get into it.
Of an online-only church created a cryptocurrency to sell to his followers and is now accused of stealing $1.3 million, which he says the Lord told him to spend remodeling his home. The state of Colorado has sued Reverend Eli Regalado. It alleges that in 2022 he created a cryptocurrency called INDX coin. He told his followers that, quote, "The Lord brought this cryptocurrency to me." Here's what the pastor had to say for himself.
The charges are that Caitlin and I pocketed $1.3 million, and I just want to come out and say that those charges are true. So there's been $1.3 million that's been taken out of, I think it was a total of $3.4 million. But out of that 1.3, $500,000 went to the IRS, and a few $100,000 went to a home remodel that the Lord told us to do.
The state of Colorado says that he and his wife also spent money on jewelry, handbags, cosmetic dentists, and a snowmobile adventure.
You know, before I continue, he's doing something that no mega church pastor will admit. Y'all realize that, right? He just admitted that, yeah, I spent that money. He tried to make it sound like, oh yeah, the government got most of that money. That's number one. Number two, why are you getting your church to invest in crypto? That sounds like snaky oil salesman type activity, man. That sounds slimy. I'm not gonna lie. Slimy activity.
It's unclear whether there was a divine mandate for these other purchases. A pastor of an online-only church created a cryptocurrency. The state says that the pastor sold the INDX coins for $1.50, but told his flock that they were worth $10 each. But there was no way to withdraw money, and an independent audit of the cryptocurrency rated it 0 out of 10. Now the pastor says he and his wife are at the doorstep of poverty. A judge has frozen the couple's bank accounts. What will happen next? Here's the pastor's prediction.
What we're believing for still is that God is going to do a miracle. God is going to work a miracle in the financial sector.
Sir, you scammed your congregation. You sitting up here talking about what we hope for from the Lord. Like, bro, you scammed your congregation. You sat up there and you basically swindled your congregation into buying a cryptocurrency. Taking their hard-earned dollars that is supposed to be for offering, for tithes and offering, which, by the way, it makes you even more sus, even more crazy, because not only are they using their hard-earned dollars for tithes and offering, they're using it for cryptocurrency too. Like, It's like it makes it look like the money that they already give to the church is not enough. And that's not right. That's not right. He shouldn't even just he should be in jail. As much as I'm not, as much as I believe in the notion of not kicking somebody while they're down, bro. Stealing money from people who uh who have a heavy presence of faith and believe in you as a pastor, that's a no no, bro. Like I don't wish like I'm not saying I wish jail on anybody, but like if there was a stipulation where somebody was stealing from people who are just like regular blue collar people, stealing money from those people, all because they believe in God, and they want a spiritual awakening, a spiritual breakthrough, and you're like manipulating that for your own personal gain. Yeah, you deserve to go. You deserve to be locked up. You deserve to be locked up. And this is somebody saying I don't wish jail on nobody. But if you doing that to people who work and sacrifice, that like you don't deserve nothing but that. You don't deserve nothing but that. Especially like that goes to any pastor doing that. It goes to any pastor doing that. You know, God. Yes, God will do what God. You know, God is going to handle you. But I just feel like if you doing that, you deserve you deserve the swiftest punishment, swiftest type of punishment. But man, I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from this. Let me see what I can move on to. Okay, y'all just give me a second. Is that it? No. Well, hold on. Hold up. Let me see. Let me see here. Okay. What else do we have going on in the news? Going on that's been talked about in the web as such. Let me see here. Let me see what we got. Oh yeah, this is something. It's not really news, but I'll talk about it. Actually, it's a few things I want to talk about. I just realized now. Yeah, I did not. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did not think this through correctly. Um, Usually I have all this stuff open, but yeah, I didn't think to open all this stuff. That's why I don't have anything on the screen right now. So like I said, just give me a second here. What do we got? What do we got here? Um, almost. Okay, so just trying to get everything possible. Everything possible. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna start with we are going to start with okay, yeah, we're gonna start with this one. Do this. Wait, hold on. Okay, so we're gonna start with Ashley Burgos. Says Ashley Burgos says she gave her baby father head every morning. I felt like I did it so much, and now my jaw really be locking. Okay, so let's just get into it, and I'll get into what I think after.
I gave my baby father head every morning. That was my thing.
Every morning?
Every morning.
Like on the wake up?
On the wake
Really?
up, every morning.
Do you brush your teeth first?
Of course.
Okay.
But sometimes I didn't. I'll be
That's
honest.
a lot. Every morning.
Yeah,
That's a
lot.
job.
Wow.
Every single See, now that's
Every
clocking
morning.
in.
I don't.
so
she did have a job. Yeah, that's a blow job.
Well,
That's
that's
a
a
job.
tight.
That's a full-time job.
Yeah, it was every day. But I feel like I did it so much that now my jaw really be like locking.
But hold on, whose idea was it for it every day, the daily, whose was it your idea or
It was
his
my
idea?
idea. He never asked me. It was
No,
his idea.
you know what though? Because she's like, you're not leaving the house with a loaded weapon. Period.
So
You need
you
to
react
realize before you walk
I
out
feel
this
like
door.
I knew. Like I feel like this is my theory. Like if a guy comes a lot, then he ain't been doing nothing.
Okay.
But if he comes a little bit, he been doing something.
He could also have been masturbating,
He
in
don't
all fairness.
masturbate.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
So you was really doing it to investigate?
I mean, sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He didn't mind that.
Sometimes
Was
I
a,
would do
they
it.
didn't mind that
Let me see.
investigation. Yeah, there was
Sometimes
a
I'd be like,
method.
"Let me see," and he'd be like,
She got a little measuring cup on the side.
You know what? I know. I know.
So did you enjoy giving head? Okay, you got
That's
to.
my
I guess
shit.
you do it every day.
Nah, that's my shit. I
That's
like
my
doing that.
shit. So you never skipped a day?
No.
Not
Unless
even,
I
what
was
if you're mad? I was
Unless
going to say, what if you're mad at him?
Unless I was mad. That was the only time.
Were there times when you were like, this wasn't a lot?
Yeah, hell yeah. And he'd be like,
wow.
what you
Let me see
talking
your
about? You
phone.
think you a scientist? I'm
you a
like,
scientist?
bro, I know what I'm talking about.
So
Like,
is that going to be the rule
Here's the
for
thing.
your future guys? Are you going to do that for?
Go ahead, say what you want.
I
Ain't gonna lie. Getting dome every day is a little bit excessive, honestly, in my opinion. Excessive, like I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 times a week is cool, but every day, I don't know. I don't know if I could take doing that every day. I mean, doing that every day, she was saying something about like, oh, she's just trying to, the thing of like, oh, if a man is drained, that means he hasn't been cheating. And then I throw it, and then I was about to be like, well, what about masturbation? And I mean, I don't know. It's not like no expert thing. I mean, if you low, you low. That don't got nothing to do with cheating. You could just be low. Just be low because of, masturbation. Or, you might have a problem internally that has nothing to do with you doing anything of a sexual activity. It could just be you have an actual problem, that makes her look very insecure, honestly. Giving a man head every day, like that really makes you look insecure and jealous. That's what I get from that. I mean, honestly, if it were me and I was getting head every day, like, bro, do women like even like consider like men's dicks being tired? Like, who wants that every day? I don't want that every day. Like, every day? I don't even want to have sex every day. Like, every day is crazy. Like, I'll be tired. I'll be sick. I do anything I can to just make an excuse to not, you know what I'm saying? Every day is crazy. Every day is crazy to me, but we gonna move on from that, man. Salute to her anyway. Moving on. So Man who bragged about living in a storage unit and went viral now is homeless after property managers kicked him and his partner out. So this guy, I guess he recorded himself showing living in a storage unit. Of course, if you didn't know, basically living in a storage unit is any storage unit is illegal. So let's see the video.
So we got kicked out of our storage unit. The higher ups found out about my video and went so viral. We ended up getting kicked out. Now we're just trying to figure out where to go and what we're gonna do with all of our stuff. We're gonna have to get a new storage unit. So yeah, we got kicked out. We just don't know what to do right now.
Why would you?
It's a lot. It's a lot of uncertainty. We can't live here anymore. And we can't make videos in here anymore. Now all we have is a tent and it's freezing cold outside. Can't live in a storage unit anymore. Figured I was gonna get kicked out, but I'm willing to take risks. You know, have a crazy come up, a great come up. And it was a risk. I was willing to take it so I can get out of here. Now we got a free hotel. After getting kicked out of the storage unit, now we got a free hotel. It's so cold outside. We don't have to stay outside in the cold.
Not only can we get out of the cold for the weekend, but we can also use this time to figure out what we're gonna do next, where we're gonna put our storage at, and who we can call to help us. We're also gonna be making a lot of money moves while we're here.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you risk? Why would you? He's not the first person I've seen to ever. He's not the first person I've seen record himself and say, "Yeah, I live in a storage or whatever." Like, I've seen people on TikTok say that they live in a storage or whatever. But the difference between him and them is that they won't like show the storage where they live in or show anything that's set up in the storage that they live in. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be like somewhere else and say like, yeah, I live in a storage, or, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, why would you even record yourself in any capacity? Like, do you don't think that the people who like run the storage place have like internet or something like that? Like, they don't have cell phones, like they don't have Instagram accounts, TikToks. Like, do you factor these things in when you're deciding to like go and do the stuff that you're doing? Like, sir, like, be discreet. Like, he was talking about, I'm willing to take risks. Sir, you're willing to jeopardize where you and your wife or your girlfriend live just to be on the internet? Like, that doesn't make any, like, that's stupid. That is stupid. If and my whole thing is, if your girl agrees with that, I'm gonna be honest, fam, y'all deserve to be, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't deserve to live in any storage or any place if you're gonna sit up there and brag. And it's not something you're supposed to be doing. It's illegal. Come on, what are y'all on? Salute to them for salute to them for finding a place and, you know, being able, whoever did it or whatever. But man, you gotta move smarter, bro. You gotta move smarter. Like, I wish you the best. I wish y'all the best. Hopefully y'all find hopefully there's somebody out there that can help y'all. I mean, I wouldn't say go try to do this again, even though you said, yeah, I'm gonna go find another storage. Why would you say that out loud? Why would you ever say that out loud? Like what's the problem with people just keeping stuff internal? Like, why does it have to be external? Like, why does everybody have to know about it? You know, like, why do we need to know about it? Like I said, I wish you and your girl the best. You just gotta move smarter. Like, if you have a job, you know what I'm saying? If you don't have a job, you should consider getting a job or something, because doing this stuff on the internet is not it, you know? I would, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. You know, I'm hoping something good happens for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Something more than what this video is telling me or whatever. Because I seen the video already of him like showing off, you know, the couches and everything and where they live and in the storage or whatever. And it's just like, come on, man. You gotta be better. You gotta do better. You gotta stop recording everything. That's the thing. That's what that's what any logical human being who has a thought process would say. Stop recording everything. Everything don't belong on the internet. So, salute to y'all. Moving on. Okay, so it says, hold on. It says, shake my head. Baltimore principal caught on audio allegedly making racist and anti-Semitic remarks towards students, teachers, and parents. These ungrateful black kids that can't test their way out of a paper bag. Oh, wow. Interesting. Let's see what he says.
I simply don't understand why I have to constantly put up with these dumbasses here every day. Between these ungrateful black kids who can't test their way out of a paper bag, or these teachers who don't get it, how hard is it to get these students to meet their grade level expectations?
Wow.
Lawrence and Ravenel should have never
sending me this video for awareness purposes. Y'all know I don't give a shit. I give two fucks. I've been telling y'all since day one, stop being solely reliant on that bullshit system. It failed your great grandma. It failed your grandma.
My bad. That's Derek Grace. Shout out to Derek Grace. But yeah, this is, yeah, it's unacceptable. Unacceptable. And you know, I hope for the sake of however this recording came out, some action has been taken and that principal has been immediately removed from whatever school he's at. Because, you know, it doesn't take a lot, like people who are racist don't have to say anything, don't have to say the offensive words for it to hit like it's racist. You know, you get what I'm saying? It does. He never even like the way his voice is, the way his voice is, and how he's and what he. It's not what you say, it's how you say it, and how he said what he just said just now is even worse than him saying nigga. To be honest with you. It's just as well as him saying nigga, but he didn't have to say it. It's the way he said what he just said. These you can almost like put that he said nigga right there, but he didn't say nigga. He just said black kids. These ungrateful black kids. That's almost like saying nigga. These ungrateful niggas can't test their way out of a paper bag. That he may as well have said that. But it's like I said, it's like you don't have to. He didn't have to say nigga for it to sound so offensive. And like I said, I truly do hope that the Baltimore schooling system has taken action against that man. We're going to be moving on from this, man. Like I said, this is just going to be a short little one. Not going to be here too long. Okay, this is something that is going viral. So, woman declines going out on a date with a man because the place he chose was his crib. First, based off of how she dressed. Am I like selling sex to you? Okay. Let's get into the video.
On our first date.
You. If you dress like that, we're going to the crib first. And then we can do whatever after that. Depending on how that goes. I know you ain't want me to get up here and lie to you.
No, of course not. I don't like liars.
No.
But, question. Why would you be taking me to your house?
Shit, what you want to go to a hotel or something?
No.
B&B.
No.
Shit, corsets like that too.
Wait, oh my God, am I like selling sex to you? I mean, I just feel like, you know, I look good, body look good, but it shouldn't. You make money. It shouldn't. Yeah, I make money.
You look real good.
Right. Like this is like walking beauty, but like, you know, I have mad respect for myself. Where would you take me on a date? Is that your answer?
After the crib, we can go get some food wherever you like.
Where would you take me?
I said wherever you like. I'm real like.
Just whatever I want.
Yeah.
What if I want to go shopping?
Damn, you're gonna have to call somebody else.
Okay, so I'm just gonna have to decline. But you know, you got that shit on. You fly.
I give them up these sisters?
When I walk away. Yeah.
So we not keeping Ace?
Nah, I'm not keeping him.
Walk slow now.
I'm gonna you take me on our first date.
You.
Okay, so look at the way you're dressed. Look at how you're dressed. It's the fact that like you're out in a public, like you're out in any type of setting that is a public setting and you're dressed like that and you're asking him, am I selling sex to you? Ma'am, you have a whore uniform on. It is a stripper out. You have on a stripper outfit. And you're asking him, am I selling sex to you? Yes. All my people from Houston, you could find you could find a woman dressed like that on this and that. For sure. All my people in Dallas, you could find somebody on Harry Hines dressed like that. For sure. Like, what she think that she got on a prostitute outfit? That's what it looked like. Buddy put his mind to work on the way he's gonna interact with her because of how she's dressed. And you expect him to be acting any other way? Ma'am, if you go to a restaurant dressed just like that, what you think they gonna say? They gonna say the exact same thing bro is saying. No need to disrespect you or call you out your name or nothing like that. But it's the way you dressed. The way you dress is how somebody gonna treat you. And you expect people to you expect any man to just not use his own lust or intuition to formulate a way he's gonna approach you? Come on now. Be serious with yourself. Be honest with yourself. I mean, just be honest with yourself. Dress like that, like you'll get somebody. You won't get no honest dude. You'll get somebody though. She wants a trick. That's why she dressed like that. She know what she doing. It's just like any woman who go to the gym. You know how that go. It's women who specifically go into the gym dressed a certain way. I can't really say that because there are a lot of women who kind of dress the same when they go to the gym. But there are those ones who they want to be noticed. They want to be seen. They get on a certain exercise. They get on a certain machine at the gym and it's just like she wants somebody to look at her. Like she wants somebody to look at her. She wants somebody to approach her, bro. Like there are some females who go to the gym and just they looking for a play. And in this case, the way you dress, it make it look like you was looking for a play in this video. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. I'm just saying. Moving forward, man. See what else we got. Okay, so Joel Embiid scored, I believe this was a career high 70 points in a game against San Antonio. This was 2 days ago. He dropped 70 on Wemby. I mean, that's not bad. That ain't bad at all. Shout out to Joel Embiid. Here's my problem with these career high numbers, man. Anytime a star player goes for like career high numbers, you know, that whole stat packing thing or whatever you want to call it. The thought in my mind that comes together is that like Joel Embiid is going to drop all these these numbers that are just like strangely irregular for somebody who's a big man. Let's just keep it real. Very irregular for a big man to get 70 points. And congratulations are in order. However, I had another thought in my head. He dropping 70 points in a regular season just for the 76ers to get in the playoffs and him not show up. I'm just saying, don't shoot the messenger. Don't crucify me. I'm just keeping it real. He gonna do all this good stuff in the regular season, but when crunch time come, when the playoffs come, where he gonna be at? That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna even go as far as saying that Joel Embiid is a big man, Russell Westbrook, putting up all these stats. I still wonder to this day how he got MVP over this player or that player. You know what I'm saying? Whoever was in the running at the time for MVP. I don't understand it. Then I think to myself about the other players who have put up big numbers in the regular season, like previously. Like, do you remember when Kevin Love was with Minnesota and he was putting up mad numbers? Buddy was putting up mad numbers for his career. But when the playoffs came, Minnesota was nowhere to be found. Or who else? God, I'm trying to think of dude's name who went to Boston and he was with Utah for a long time. I can't remember. Let me look it up real quick. He was with Utah for a long time and he was putting up numbers. He was putting up numbers for his team and everything. He was putting up numbers for his stats. And it's like when it came time for playoffs, he would be nowhere to be found. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold on. Just give me a second here because, like, you know, sometimes I can't understand that. Let me see. Is it Kristaps Porzingis? No. I don't think it's Kristaps Porzingis. Is it? I'm trying to see. Hold on. Because, let me see. It might be Kristaps Porzingis. It's always that always the player. It's always the one star player on the team that be putting up mad numbers during the regular season, nowhere to be found in the playoffs. Nowhere to be found in the playoffs. Yeah, it's Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis is another one. Putting up big numbers for where did he come from? New York? Was it New York he was on? He was in New York, putting up big numbers for New York, and then like the NBA doesn't even know how to hide the fact that there are teams that they want in the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals. Like, they don't even hide it anymore. You used to be able to, like, at least, like, randomize what teams were going to be in the finals. You used to, like, could just know, because, you know, David Stern always, you always gonna have David Stern. David Stern is always gonna have the Lakers going to the finals, And then for your oddballs, you might have a San Antonio, because that's another good team that you can't take away from the finals. And then you got a Detroit that you could just stick in there one time. You got a Dallas you could stick up in there one time. But you're always gonna have Los Angeles, or you're always gonna have Boston somewhere close to the finals or in the finals. So you could at least just tell back then. You could at least just he mixed it up a little bit with the teams. But the NBA now, come on, man. It's a little bit it's a little bit finicky now because of gambling being legal now. So it is kind of predictable a little bit, but it's not predictable because the Warriors would have been in the finals like maybe 2 more times already by this time. So but like I said, yeah, man, congratulations to Joel Embiid, but this number doesn't really mean nothing until you actually win the big one. You know what I'm saying? Moving on. Okay, so I need to pull out the information for this one. So WWE has striked a deal with Netflix that I believe is $5 million. So let me find the article real quickly. $5 billion. It's amazing to see where the WWE has come. Like, for me, just watching it as a child up until now, bro, like there are a lot of things that I never thought I'd see. I never thought I'd see Vince McMahon get pushed away from his own company like that, bro. Like, crazy. So let's just let's do a little bit of reading here. Let me see. All right, so hold up. Let me see. All right, so it says, on the morning that the Oscar nominations were announced, the biggest news coming out of the entertainment industry somehow wasn't, I don't care about that. Okay. So, all right, the deal reportedly valued at $5 billion over a 10-year period will not only make Netflix the home for WWE Raw in the US, Canada, Latin America, and the UK. Outside of the US, Netflix will also be the home of SmackDown, NXT, and WWE's premium live events, including mainstays like WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. The announcement finalizes the fate of all 3 WWE weekly series in the US. SmackDown is heading to the USA Network. Okay, so the USA Network in October 2024. So basically, it looks like they made a trade with the USA Network, because the USA Network was a home for Raw for a very, very, very long time, and I guess they didn't want to like give up their relationship with USA, or leave it on bad terms. So they said, okay, we'll switch Raw, since we're taking Raw to Netflix. We'll give you guys SmackDown. Okay. And then NXT is going to be on CW. Okay, that's different. NXT is going to be on CW. So they're not going to be on, okay, yeah. So basically, USA Network is only going to have SmackDown on their network now. Okay. The same month, and comes on the heels of rumors from earlier this January that both Amazon and Warner Brothers Discovery were also entertaining the idea. By the way, I do just want to remind you guys that Warner Brothers Discovery had AEW, or has AEW currently, and that they're not distributing their contract with Warner Brothers Discovery. So there's that. All right. So back to this reading. All right. We're also entertaining the idea of getting into the wrestling business. All of this time may come as a surprise to those who haven't been keeping up with WWE's heavy interest in selling off its rights. But even if you've been paying attention, the idea that Raw will be showing up alongside Stranger Things, Squid Games, and Bridgerton is a lot to take in. Oh, and then what else? What else is going on here? So The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is joining the board of directors at TKO, which is the company that owns the rights to UFC and WWE as well. That's big news too. You know, considering the fact that The Rock is a movie star now and everything like that. So it's like it's a lot on his plate. Not only does he have what is it, the UFL? He has that football league. Now he's he's on the board of directors for WWE, and he's a movie star. Like, bro, how do you juggle all that together? Like, and then I just read that he got the rights to his name too. I think the rights and the likenesses, so he can use his name however he wants to use it. Like if he wants to go open up open a barbecue spot, he can open it up and call it the Rock Barbecue or something like that. You know, stuff like that. You know, just things to factor in because you know him being this big movie star. You know, that is also part of his life. That's all. Wrestling will always be part of his brand and everything like that. So I think that's cool. Interesting to see what is gonna happen with how WWE being on Netflix is gonna look. Like that's so crazy. And then they're not even gonna be, there's not gonna be any commercials and stuff like that. So I think you know that company WWE is in a like great direction as far as business goes. Like, man, I never thought I'd see the day that Triple H, you know, I've never said his name correctly. Paul Levesque, right? Paul Levesque, Triple H, aka Triple H, would take over creative control, which is basically what TKO wants because of the whole entire ordeal with Vince McMahon being, you know, with all his scandals and stuff coming out the way it did, you know, and him thinking after all of that and you know, it's basically selling the rights of WWE to this TKO place. And they basically just made him take a back seat after all of that stuff came out. I never thought I'd see the day that all of this happened. So shout out to the WWE. Let me see, is there anything else on them? Because it's already a lot of stuff going on. They have a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff going on. I believe I seen that Okada is supposed to be coming to WWE too. You know, if you don't follow wrestling or anything like that, you can skip this part. Okada is the biggest draw in Japan. One of the biggest draws in Japan. And when I say draw, he's like a big deal in Japan as far as combat wrestling goes. So they've acquired him. You know, everything's looking up, bro. Everything is looking up. And this deal doesn't go into effect right here until January 2025, which is next year. So, don't they still have doesn't WWE still have a deal with like Peacock or something like that? So does that mean like, are they still going to be doing premium live events on Peacock? Or is everything going to go to Netflix? Let me see. Let me go back. I believe. Yeah, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, premium live events. So that means they're not going to be with Peacock anymore. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. Shout out to the WWE, man. All right, we are going to move on to. Like I said, I didn't want this to be very long. I wanted this to be completely short. What else we got here? It's a lot of stuff. Let me see. Hold on. Okay. All right. I thought this would be good to watch before I wind down here. So this is going to be a video about it's just going to be a video from this actor Michael Williamson. He tells a story of an experience he had that may send chills down your spine. This is going to be the last thing I do right here. So let's get this thing going, man.
Because people would think I'm lying or I'm delusional. To this day, I'm very careful about who I talk to about the story, but this is a fact. This is something that happened to me.
Let's see what it says. I can't even read that. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me zoom in real quick. Because I can't even see it. Okay, let's go back. Right, okay. Michael Williamson rose to fame as a loyal best friend, Bubba, in the Academy Award-winning film Forrest Gump. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit more. Oh wait, I can't zoom in more because it'll cover my face. Hold on, pause. Actually, all right, that's cool. All right. 10 years earlier, he received a call from his own childhood best friend who had a terrifying
This experience happened to me about, it was early 80s in Los Angeles, California. I was an actor, a struggling actor, just trying to figure out how to make a career, a real go of it. People who know me know that I stop by my mom's
in
house
the 80s,
a couple times a week to go see my mom. Everybody who knows me knows that about me. So one day I actually give her a call. She doesn't answer the phone. So I stop by. And my mom meets me outside her house and tells me to get back in the car and go home. And it was really weird. I was like, Mom, are you okay? She was like, yeah, baby, I'm fine. Just get back in the car and go home. I'll talk to you later. Call me when you get home.
Wow.
So I called her when I got home, and she said everything was fine. So a couple days later, I stopped by her house again. And she meets me outside like clockwork and says, get back in the car and go home. And I'm like, Mom, what's going on? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
Is somebody bothering you?
No.
She said, baby, just get in the car. If you see any of your friends, don't stop. Go home.
Go straight home. Somebody in the house?
I asked my mother if there was anyone in the house. She said no. And I looked at her, and she said, no. Mama wants you to go home. So I looked at her like, okay, Mom. All right. Okay. And I got in the car and I went home. I was tempted, on the second occasion especially, to push my way past her and go in the house to see if everything was okay. but
Got
I
respect.
would never disrespect my mom.
It's your mama, exactly.
But my mother's not a meek, like frail type person. She's a
She
very
would've stood her
strong
ground, yeah.
woman. James Brown said, "Papa don't take no mess. Mama don't take no mess at all," and you know that. A couple days go by, and my phone rings. It's my mom. So she asked me if I can come and see her. So I'm like, "Yeah, Mom, are you okay?" She's like, "When can you get here?" So I said, "I can leave now."
Okay, that's the first part. So far, it's definitely it's definitely on some other stuff. It's really on some other stuff for real. Hang, let me find that second part. Here it is.
It was Adrian. We were Monica driving to LA, right near LAX. Okay. And I had butterflies in my stomach because I'm like, what is going on? What's wrong with my mother? I'm waiting on any kind of bad news. So I get to her house. She lets me in this time. Something was definitely wrong. It was so thick in the air.
Maybe somebody had been in the house and she didn't want it. She didn't want him to come in. That's probably what it was. Maybe.
Try and stop myself from shaking because my nerves were on edge. I was actually trembling in the car driving to my mom's house. So at the time, there were some guys in the neighborhood I'd grown up with. One of the kids' name was Adrian. We were best friends. And Adrian always found a way to do things the wrong way. I was able to forgive him for a lot of the dumb stuff that he did because he did a lot of stuff that didn't make sense. He was the kind of kid who would go off and do some dirt on his own and come back and you'd see that he had a new watch or a new necklace or something.
It's definitely not somebody to hang around.
It seemed like something was driving him to do wrong.
The spirit.
And even when you snapped him out of it, he couldn't tell you why he did it.
Yeah, it's the spirit.
He was a couple years older than I was, but I always could find a way to talk him into doing the right thing because I knew even then what karma was all about. I understood that spiritual law, that what goes around always
comes around, yeah.
We sit down and my mom says, "I'm sorry to tell you that Adrian got killed last night."
Oh, so he must have been there.
Killed him in the middle of the street.
Oh my goodness.
And I was just stunned.
Wow.
And she said, "He had been by here looking for you."
Looking for you. I need to see Mike.
And I saw death on him.
Wow.
My grandmother could actually see spirits. And my mom and grandmother could see death on a person.
Wow.
Before death collected their spirit.
Man.
She did not want our paths to cross because she saw the spirit of death on him.
Can you imagine being able to see like that on somebody? You have to really be in tune with the spiritual realm to see something like that. That's some powerful stuff right there.
She knew there was nothing she could do to turn back the tide.
No. You have to.
It was collection time.
Man.
And he was definitely going to die soon.
I didn't want you anywhere near.
Man, that's some real prophetic stuff,
like,
man.
Well, Mom, maybe I could have helped change his path. Maybe she was like, "No, there was nothing you could have done." She said the spirit was on him too strong and his time was up.
Man. Wow.
I go back to my apartment in Santa Monica and I'm really disturbed over the whole thing. I sat in disbelief for a long time and just kept rehearsing in my head, what if I had seen him? What if things had been different?
All right, we're gonna go through that third part, man. That's man. Oof. We're going to the third part.
And She comes over, and we have dinner. This is the following evening. We have dinner. We're sitting there having dinner. Just as we start dinner, my phone rings. And my girlfriend answers the phone.
Hello? Hang on a minute.
All the color went out of her face. And I knew something was wrong. I'm like, what's wrong? And she's stunned. She says a collect call from Adrian. I knew something was wrong. And she's stunned. She says a collect call from Adrian. Come on, that's one of my brothers, that's one of my boys playing. This is not the time to play around like
Didn't
that.
Didn't his mom just say that he passed away?
I take the phone and I say, hello. The voice on the other side of the phone was the voice I knew all of my life from childhood. This was my friend Adrian.
Mike!
He called me Mike. There's only 3 or 4 people in my life that call me Mike because I hate being called that. And right off the bat, I knew his voice. It was him.
Adrian?
And he said, help me. Help me.
Help me!
You know how to help me.
Oh my goodness.
And I was like, Adrian, where are you?
Oh my goodness.
He said, they're trying to take me inside.
Oh no.
I ran away. Help me. You gotta help me right now before they get back. Then I can hear all these voices screaming at him for being on the phone. I could hear a sound behind him that sounded like I'm only reminded of when I'm near a roaring fireplace or a barbecue pit when you can hear the
crazy
cut through the air, but it was magnified and I could hear people screaming and arguing with him, and then I could hear him begin to fight. And I could hear that he was overpowered, and he kept screaming, no, let me go, no, I'm not going, I don't want to go there.
Adrian, where are you?
And he was screaming my name.
Jesus.
Phone just went dead. The sound dissipated, and that was it.
Man.
I stood there for minutes. It's very haunting to be on the phone with a person that you can't help. And I talked it over with my girlfriend. She told me to call the operator and see if the operator could put a trace on the number. I tried that. That didn't happen. The operator told me it should be reflected on my bill if it was a collect call. When the phone bill came,
nah, man, that was a call from that other side.
There was nothing on my phone bill.
That was a call from that other side.
But my girlfriend Kimberly was there. I was there, and I was not hallucinating.
That was a call from that other side, man.
I barely drank. This was a phone call that I received from the other side.
Yeah.
He made contact with me through a telephone.
That's crazy.
He kept saying that I knew how to help him. And to this day, I'm still baffled as to exactly what he meant. I really don't know how I could have helped him. You know, I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. The phone call was a message to me because I was taught that hell is a real place.
Facts.
There's always consequences.
Mm-hmm.
Karma is alive and well.
That's a fact.
Had I been with him,
you probably would have got,
death came.
Mm-hmm. You probably would have got snatched up too.
It could have taken me as well.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the spirit world is very real.
Very.
But I would just say,
people gonna say he made this up.
Don't be afraid. Just make sure that you walk in the light.
People gonna say he made that up.
That's the only protection you have.
It's real, dog. People gonna say that. People gonna say he made that up. That's real. It's real, man. If nothing else, what we're seeing now in this time, in this world, you starting to see people profess Jesus. And if anything else, if nothing makes you believe, that right there should be enough. People gonna say he made that up, but that's real. It's real, bro. The spiritual realm ain't no joke. That's the last thing I got for y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all take it easy, and I'm gonna be back for more. Peace.